Well, Ben, I'm going to talk about Jeremy Clarkson, right? We all know Jeremy, that bastion of subtlety and restraint. Well, he's lobbed a verbal grenade in the direction of London's Mayor, Sadiq Khan, with his usual lack of mincing words. He said, people of abroad, do not come to London until we can get rid of our clown mayor. London, our once proud capital, under Khan's rule, has transformed from a gleaming beacon of British pride to something resembling a faded postcard of better days. I would argue, folks, its downfall is somewhat Shakespearean. If Shakespeare had been a race-baiting, vertically challenged egotist with a penchant for ruining everything he touched. Khan seems to have a blind spot bigger than the London Eye when it comes to crime. Stabbings, muggings, the lot. The crime statistics are soaring like eagles, except they're plummeting London into a pit of despair. Congestion charges, low-traffic neighbourhoods, ULEZ, those damn infernal cycle lanes. It's like playing a twisted game of Monopoly where every square you land on is a super tax space. The biggest losers, they're not the latte-sipping leftists in Khan's City Hall, but the white van man. London echoes today with calls for jihad and intifada more than it does king and country. The rapid demographic overhaul of our capital hasn't exactly been the unmitigated success story some would have you believe, especially when our weekends are increasingly marred by demonstrators offering succour and support to terrorist groups. In sum, I reckon Clarkson's hit the nail on the head. Under Khan, London is shedding its sheen. It's morphing into a city where personal safety is a luxury, driving a car a sin, and living within your means a pipe dream. What London needs is a mayor who'll get stuck in, confront these issues with gusto, and resurrect London from the ashes of this failed social experiment. Well, Ben Leo, do you think actually this is a Shakespearean play of tragedy and loss?
By the way, say what you really think, please. Don't hold back too much.
Well.
Look, I think London is an absolute dump.
Is that why you don't live here?
Yeah, I've worked here for 11 years. Sorry, no offence to anyone that lives in London. Not everyone's got the freedom to live where they choose, but I think London is the dirtiest, grimiest, most dysfunctional city in the world. I've been to Madagascar and I'd probably prefer to live in Madagascar than London. I've worked here for 11 years. My colleagues, wherever I've been, at the Sun here or anywhere else, they've always said, when are you moving to London? Well, it's so good, it's amazing. When are you moving?
Before Albie come back to that, I want to get Belinda's view.
For me, I've lived in London 25 years. I absolutely love the city, but I love the city for its history, its buildings, its galleries. I do feel like since Sadiq Khan has come into power that he has utterly and completely divided it into separate groups based on this crazy political identity of the left, and he's disassociated it, disconnected it from England. It's like his mini-kingdom now, like a sort of capital of the whole world. And I think that's a shame for a capital city that it's not stuck to its roots a bit, because we can all share in the fact that it's England's capital city, and yet we only do that really when there's a royal event or two. You know, Sadiq Khan is not known for appealing to absolutely everyone to unite under one thing. It's what divides so-and-so from this group. Let's celebrate the divisions and make little separate communities. And I find that really, that's not what a capital city should be about. So I think I do think he's ruined London.
You said it's an English city, but it doesn't feel like an English city anymore. It used to be my dream to live in London when I was a kid. I used to come up on Saturdays for drama classes. I used to go to drama school here.
Drama classes?
I'd then go to Highbury, home of the Arsenal.
I can tell you've done some drama classes, Ben, because that was so over-dramatic, that response to Darren's monologue. Look, I'm a Londoner. I was born in London. I'm born and bred in London. I'm not going to have people talk down the best city in the world. I will absolutely have people criticise Sadiq Khan.
Why is it the best city in the world?
Things have gone wrong since Boris left in 2016. He left the mayoralty of London in a great position,
Albie.
And now it has fallen.
Albie,
and that is a shame. But I'm not going to have you talk down London when you're not even from here.
I'm glad I'm not from London.
Don't talk down.
Why is it the best city in the world?
Don't talk down my place of birth and the best city in the world, where people from across the world want to come, live and make their lives here and contribute to this country.
But the lifestyle in London, as Darren alluded to, you can't afford proper homes. Nothing works. You can't buy homes here.
Worse than Madagascar.
Well, look, I talk in jest.
Yes, the drama classes.
But there are. I mean, look, white Brits are a minority in London now. It's not an English city anymore. In terms of community,
you think I shouldn't be in London?
Well, you're British. I'm saying white Brits. You're a Brit.
Yes, but I'm not a white Brit.
Yeah, but you're British.
Right.
But
you said white Brit.
In terms of community,
I'm part of the community.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with race, though.
So why did you say white Brits?
We're very successful, multiracial.
We are. So let's talk about that.
It's about culture and Sadiq Khan emphasising the differences between us all, which has been ruinous for...
Well, hang on, Benjamin. I mean, do you have any... you're not from London. Do you have any agreement... with Jeremy Clarkson?
Accent, but I am actually from Manchester. Look, you try to wear the clothes of a patriot and flaunt yourself as a patriot all the time, and yet the only things you ever say are criticising this country.
Well,
it never stops.
Because it's a dump.
And it's not a dump, and that is an insult to this country. You can never claim to be a patriot
London's a dump.
if you're calling London a dump. You know, this is not just the capital of this country. London is the capital of the world.
Yeah, that's a bloody problem.
If you want to exceed in so many fields of work, if you want to be an incredible lawyer, an incredible journalist, an incredible TV presenter, to go into banking and make millions of pounds, all sorts of things, the world is your oyster, and there is nowhere else besides a handful of cities like New York where that is possible. We have the greatest art sector, we have the greatest financial sector. You can do anything in London. As somebody who grew up in a little village in another part of this country, I came here to make those dreams come true. And you talk about it being a dump. You go to most other major cities, the crime rates are significantly higher than London.
What, in the UK?
The
British
streets
cities?
are significantly dirtier than London. I tell you what, if you think this is a dump, wait till you see Paris. London is not
Paris is also a dump, by the
London
way.
is something
Yeah,
that
it
all
is.
Brits should be proud of. And let me point something else out. There are only two places in this country that pay more tax than they take out. That's London and the South East. So you might think it's a dump, but I tell you what, we're paying for everyone else in this country.
It sounds like you're just trying to justify your high levels of rent and mortgage payments to live in a box.
And there are also a lot more people in London, so of course it would make sense that there will be a lot more taxpayers in London.
It doesn't,
Therefore,
because it's about the contribution and what you take out. Most people in the country actually will take out more than they put in.
Benjamin, can I ask you something? If you have had kids, if you adopted, or would you raise your children in London?
I mean, I think one of the reasons...
I would.
One of the reasons why you might
Benjamin.
want to move out of London is because you can get a bigger home.
So, OK, so you wouldn't?
No, but that's quite a different
What a
question.
hypocrite.
No, it's not
What
at all.
a hypocrite.
Well, also
it's not
You
at
love
all.
London so much and it's so amazing you wouldn't raise your kids
And
there.
how many
I
times...
didn't say I wouldn't raise my kids here. I say that I understand that, you know, people might want space and countryside and stuff.
Because
to raise their
London's
family.
unsafe,
How
you
many
can't get
times,
home.
Benjamin?
Have you got what it takes to be a reasoned presenter? Well, send us a short clip of yourself to join@reasoned.uk and we might be seeing you on this very channel very soon indeed.